Hey everybody, today I'm going to do something a little bit different. This isn't a development fail per se, but in doing research for the development fails page, I find myself on Google Maps a lot. And so today this video is just going to look at maybe 6 or 7 man-made anomalies that you see on Google Maps that are pretty interesting. So the first one is very well demonstrated in Cape Coral, Florida. It's not unique to Cape Coral by any stretch, but it's just the amount of earthwork that goes into building in these swampy areas and how much the actual shape of the land has to be changed to have uh, something appropriate to build on. And as you can see, there's all these canals and crazy shapes, and then as soon as you get off of where they're building, it's right back to like natural swamp. And there's just everything's very angular, and because they're only building on what's been prepped to build on. Like I said, there's plenty of other places over on the east coast of Florida. There's some of that, but like I said, it's particularly pronounced on the west coast in the Cape Coral area. So next, and another, just this happens everywhere. It's like here's a picture of side by side of Manhattan Island prior to people being there. This, I guess, CGI, but and then with people there. And as you can see, the shape of the island is completely different, just from all the fill that went into building out Manhattan Island. So next we have this is in West Texas. You'll see all these little dots, and it may, from this view, this high up, it may just look like a city grid and streets. But then you start zooming in closer, and it's looks a little bit different. So what is it? And the fact that it's in West Texas probably gave it away, but it's oil wells. So they don't look like that much from on the ground, but when you are seeing an aerial view of it, you can see the huge scope of how far they spread. They spread all across West Texas into New Mexico, a lot of New Mexico, and I mean there's plenty of these all over the country, but that's just one of the most concentrated areas of it. Next, we got these strange lines that stretch on for miles. This is in the Mojave Desert, and they are one of the nation's largest wind farms. And as you can see, there's quite a few of them, and they, like the oil wells, are pretty dramatic looking when you realize the scale of how much. I mean, that's almost 10 miles, and that's not even really getting into that's one wind farm in one place. So next up we have strip mining. This is one that is remarkable how impactful it can be. And when looking at it from Google Maps, you can see this is what southwestern West Virginia. And as you can see, even when you're, I don't know how high up this is, but you're basically in outer space, you can see all the after effects of strip mining for coal in West Virginia, and it's pretty dramatic how basically entire mountains get chopped off. But thought that was kind of interesting. And so this is another mine, but this is near Salt Lake City. It's a copper mine. Once again, this you kind of can't really appreciate the scale of it until you start zooming in and you realize like these are giant pieces of equipment. These are giant dozers and giant trucks, and then let's see. Here's a view, but you start to appreciate like how big it really is. Next up, I don't know what's next up. Oh yeah, next is farming. This one, while it doesn't have the same reputation for its impact on the environment as, say, strip mining for coal. You look at the entire basically the entire plains of the United States, you'll see these circles, or else you'll see squares, one of the two. And this is all like irrigation systems that go around. And but yeah, it's interesting how far that spreads. It goes on and on, and I mean, you can follow it all the way across the country. More of the circles, and yeah, so that's basically that. I think I'm pretty much done. Might have one more. Oh yeah, this one is like just kind of random. It looks cool. It's like this purple stuff, and it's in the near Moab in eastern Utah. And you probably at first think, oh, that's probably just like a glitch or something. Why would there be like purpley looking stuff? But it's these potash ponds, which potash is used in like fertilizer for farming and stuff like that. But um, but yeah, I don't know exactly what the process is, but there's like they put the water in and then they evaporate out and then they get the potash and then they turn it into fertilizer. And I'm probably way wrong about that, but that's my understanding of what it is. But yeah, it's kind of interesting stuff. But like I said, not really fails. Some people might debate that some of them are, but um, that's that.